from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics. Ooh, welcome, Brainiacs. I am Dan Merritt, the Chief Purchasing Officer at Green Brain Comics. Each week we bring you this Final Order Report, a hand-picked selection of comics and graphic novels that are about to go to print. These titles will be hitting our shelves in as soon as 4 weeks. We're here to give you the inside scoop and one last opportunity to subscribe or special order before the final order cutoff of Sunday, June, what is that, the 9th? Yeah? June 9th at 5 p.m. Green Brain Comics and the Final Order Report are proudly powered by Comichub. Check out Comichub online at comichub.com or download the mobile app for Android and iPhone. Create an account online or sync up your existing account to order and pay securely online, ensuring you never miss an issue. Today we will be using Comichub to showcase items from this week's Last Call from Confirmed Orders Carousel. Let's look at that once we check out comichub.com. You can sign in. Once you sign in, you can see the aside items. That's everything that's in store for you currently and on hold, waiting for you to pay for and pick up. And behind the green banner is all the carousels that we will be looking at today, all of the upcoming items of special interest. At the top carousel here, this is the current search results and or all of the alphabetic listings from the most recent catalogs. Second carousel is the preview pages. This is a PDF previews of some of the upcoming things, some of which we will be looking at today. Below that is the Last Call Carousel. This is our main source of information today. Keep in mind, these carousels scroll left to right in this view. Below that is the next Wednesday's items. This is everything that we are currently expecting for the shelf on Wednesday, June 16th, something like that, 13th, June 12th, a completely different date. And below that are the event carousels for the big crossovers that are happening this summer, including Absolute Power, House of Brainiac, Infinity Watch, which is going through a bunch of Marvel annuals, and Blood Hunt, Deadpool Wolverine, and Venom War. These are all carousels that you can review and order from currently on Final Order. Let's see. Let's scroll back up to the top here. Your Last Call Carousel. Once we open that, you'll notice that the view changes slightly. We have filters up at the top here for alphanumeric filters, as well as publisher category, brand, etc. And we also scroll top to bottom. Okay, now that we're in here, let's look at a few things of interest. First thing this week is our spotlight on younger readers, and that will start out with the Lego Harry Potter Visual Dictionary, which includes the exclusive Cedric Diggory figure inside of this publication for $24.99 from DK Publishing. Then we have a new Bluey volume, Shadowlands. This sounds particularly Ominous for Bluey. Much more ominous is A for Alien, a new Little Golden book, a new ABC book in the Little Golden book line from writer Charles Gold. Somebody awesome is doing the art. Hooray for this. Then we have this swell Nickelodeon 5-minute Halloween story collections. This is from Random House and has all of your favorites like Paw Patrol, Blue's Clues, and You. Nickelodeon 5-minute Halloween stories collection. And that wraps up our spotlight on younger readers. Keep in mind, there's lots more to look at for younger readers in the Comichub app. Next up, let's take a look at some manga. First up is, I think these are all from 7 Seas this week. Hopefully we will get Viz on the final order cutoff soon. Fingers crossed. This first volume is from Alpha Wolf Girl X Omega Wolf Boy Volume 1 from Natsuya Kasazaki. Available on August 14th with a cover price of $14.99 from 7 Seas. We get this cool looking volume 1 from Concierge at Hokyoko Department Store. Volume 1 from Tsuchika Nishimura. And finally in our manga spotlight is Killer Shark in Another World. This is a more humorous take on horror and fantasy from 7 Seas and creator Kubo Ken. Next up, let's look at original graphic novels, which could have easily fit into the manga, but is published from Drawn and Quarterly. This is a new collection of cartoons from Yoshiharu Sugi. This is called Oba Electroplating Factory. Also from, then we get a few things from Fantagraphics. This is showcasing the work and celebrating the art of Ernie Bushmiller. This is a companion catalog of original art. There it is. Original art, memorabilia, and more from the Nancy Show, a 2024 exhibition honoring Ernie Bushmiller at the Billy Ireland Cartoon Library and Museum in the campus of Ohio State University. A fantastic facility and a grand place to have an exhibit. This book includes reproductions from the museum show, including over 100 pieces of original artwork with special bonus material. This is 152 pages with a cover price of $22.99 from Fantagraphics Comics. Next up is a long-awaited and I think an appropriate tribute, considering this cover, to the recent and unfortunately passed Joe Matt. When Joe Matt unexpectedly passed in 2023, it appeared that any hope of seeing new work would die with him. Matt, notoriously slow, had been working on a new issue since the previous issue was published in 2006. After his death, it was discovered that the entire issue was almost complete, and thanks to Matt's cartoonist friends, Peep Show number 15 will finally see print. This issue is quintessential Matt, utterly shameless and crafted with an exhibitionist enthusiasm for his favorite subject, himself, detailing his move to Los Angeles in 2003 to pursue an ill-fated HBO series. Peep Show number 15 is Joe Matt at his Joe Mattiest. 36 pages for $6.99. Folks, this is the swan song of the life of a cartoonist, Joe Matt's Peep Show number 15. And to wrap up, nope, that one. To wrap up our spotlight on original graphic novels and small press, this is Psychodrama Illustrated number 8. This is the periodical comic from Gilbert Hernandez, legendary small press creator that just produces at such a prolific rate. He has multiple series going on at once. This is number 8 of the Psychodrama Illustrated, 24 pages for $4.99. Oh, one more thing. Cool. From Maverick, this is a sub-imprint of Mad Cave, a charmingly honest illustrated guide to living a messy life. I'm a Mess is a funny and deep exploration of messiness in people's lives. It invites readers into a world where messiness is not a flaw, but a feature. It humorously examines the characteristics and behaviors associated with different kinds of messy types and discusses the unexpected advantages to messy individuals that messy individuals may possess, such as enhanced visual memory. This is from writer-artist Anat Sarfati. Anat Sarfati. This is I'm a Mess, the guide for a messy life. That wraps up our spotlight on original graphic novels and small press comics. Let's move on to trade paperbacks. Hey, we get this library edition from Dark Horse Comics, who more or less pioneered this format of library edition. They bring in Mark Miller and his Millerverse for their first collection of Wanted and The Big Game, all in one big volume, 360 pages for $59.99. Ooh, here's a pretty one. Fatale. This is a compendium, a full collection of this series from Ed Brubaker and Sean Phillips, spotlighting the seedy 50s San Francisco Hollywood scene and juxtaposing with a little Lovecraftian horror. This is Brew Lips at their finest, available on July 17th. Ooh, with a page count, a huge page count of 656 pages for $59.99. This is the deal of the week, Fatale Compendium graphic novel. Ooh, we get an Aliens original years, including work from Mike Richardson and Damon Willis, collecting a whole bunch of stuff from the Dark Horse years. Cable Volume 1, United We Fall. Huh? I guess this is the newest Cable miniseries with this retro John Romita Jr. cover. Written by Fabian Nicieza with art by Scott Eaton. A long-awaited epic collection of Incredible Hulk. This is Volume 15, Ground Zero, collecting a big chunk of the Todd McFarlane run, including a little bit of Jim Starlin and some Bernie Wrightson in there for good measure. 464 big comic pages for $44.99. And Volume 1 of Sentry from Jason Liu and Luigi Zagaria with this Ben Harvey cover. And Star Wars Mace Windu Volume 1 by Mark Bernardin and Georges Genti. And I think this is the last thing on the list. This is Thanos Volume 1, Return of the Mad Titan from Christopher Cantwell and Luca Pizzari with this very iconic cover by Lionel Francis Yu. Thanos Volume 1 will be available on August 21st. Order your copy now. Now let's look at some new printings. We get an archive edition, the new branding for Boom Studios facsimile reprints. This is Dark Crystal #1 of 3 from David Anthony Kraft, Brett Blevins, and Vince Coletta. We also get a B cover by Franny. Very nice. Across the Massive Verse probably should have gone into the graphic novel collection, but this is a kind of a cheap sampler of the Massive Verse. $10 for 1, 2, 3, 4 different first issues from Radiant Black, Rogue Sun, Dead Lucky, and Inferno Girl Red. Back to the new printings. This is Grommets #1, a second printing from Rick Remender, Brian Posehn, and Brett Parson. It was my pick of the week. Red Coat #1 gets a third printing, as does Rook Exodus #1 from Ghost Machine, Jeff Johns, Jason Fabic, and Brian Hitch, accordingly. Over at Marvel, we get a whole bunch of new printings. We get, let's see, Black Panther Blood Hunt #1 with this Andrea Sorrentino second printing blood soak variant. A much needed second printing of Doom #1. There it is. With a new wraparound cover by Sanford Green. Here we have Midnight Suns Blood Hunt #1, a second printing's blood-soaked edition. Spider-Gwen #1, second print from Ernesto Sousa. Ultimate Black Panther #4, second print with a new Stefano Caselli cover. And a facsimile edition of Wolverine '88 with the original cover from Adam Kubert. And a foil variant. And 2 very much appreciated new printings of X-Men '97. We get a third print of #2 with a Salva Espen cover. Nice gimmicky VHS box art. And a second printing of #3 with a Salva Espen animation cover. Wraps up our spotlight on new printings. Now let's take a look at second issues. Got a few things to spotlight following up recent releases. Vampirella Dark Reflections just debuted this week. We get a second issue on FOC, scheduled to ship on July 3rd, with this cover by Shannon Mayer. My Adventures with Superman #2. Also just debuted with #1 this week. This #2 is due out on July 3rd. Scarlet #2, expanding that Energon universe from Skybound's Kelly Thompson and Marco Ferreri, available on July 3rd. A second issue for Toxic Summer, a classic B-movie style comic story. Beach Blanket Bloodbath from Derek Charm, available on July 3rd. Annihilation 2099 #2. And Ultimates #2, which also just debuted this week from Juan Frigeri and Dyke Ruan. I hope you enjoyed that particular comic and are interested in signing up for #2. Get those orders in this Sunday by 5 p.m. Wraps up our spotlight on second issues. Let's move right into our final segment of first issues. We get this spin out of the Thundercats franchise over at Dynamite Entertainment. This is a Chitara miniseries rocketing out of the Thundercat comics from superstar Sue Lee. And they present Chitara in her own series. For the very first time, Chitara is a fierce warrior, famous for her lightning-fast speed. But before Third Earth, before the destruction of Thundera, she was a young woman with secrets, wrapped in a life of Thunderian nobility. She seeks to find her place in an unsure universe and to understand why she's seeing alarming visions of the ancient past and the near future. All covers cardstock from Dynamite Entertainment. The A cover available from Suzumaika. Get a B cover from Sue Lee. A Lyrics Lee cover. Rebecca Puebla, very nice, classy. And an Edwin Gelman cover on E. We get a foil version of the Sue Lee variant, all from Dynamite Entertainment's Thundercats Chitara #1, available on July 3rd on FOC this weekend. Also expanding the Mark Miller's Millerverse over at Dark Horse Comics, we get this new miniseries entitled Nemesis Rogues Gallery with art by Valerio Giangiordano, who provides this beautiful A cover. Dark Horse Comics are proud to present the debut of a brand new arc of the best-selling thriller Nemesis lies broken and destroyed, but hell-bent on vengeance against every single person who wronged him. The bloody fire. The bloody fireback begins here as he marshals together a plan for the ages. From writer Mark Miller, Valerio Giangiordano on art, who also provides this A cover, and a B cover from Jay Lee. This is Nemesis Rogues Gallery #1. Oops, I don't think I was showing you that, was I? All right. I'm showing you this. This is Absolute Power #1. Folks, it's finally here on final order cutoff, available on July 3rd. Get your choice of covers that I'm about to show you here. This is a 40-page comic for $4.99 for this A cover by Dan Mora. A beautiful cover, too. Classic Dan Mora artwork. A trinity of evil has won. DC's epic summer event kicks off with a bang as the combined might of Failsafe and the Brainiac Queen has at last given Amanda Waller the ability to steal the metahuman's ability of every hero and villain on planet Earth. As chaos erupts in the streets and a massive misinformation campaign sways public opinion to her side, the founder of the Suicide Squad methodically targets each and every superhero dynasty one at a time, starting with Superman. But even in this darkest hour, a resistance is forming, and Batman is out for vengeance. It's a shocking blitzkrieg across the globe that is decades in the making. Decades, I tell you. Oh my gosh. This is Absolute Power #1 with a onslaught of new covers, including this wraparound cover from Dan Mora on A. From here, the covers go up to $4.99. This is a Jay Lee. Oops, sorry. This cover goes up to $5.99. Cardstock for the B cover from Jim Lee. C from Stephen Bliss. A Puppeteer Lee cover. Very nice. Chris Samney looks like. Chrissy Zulo on this cover F. A Resistance cardstock variant by Dan Mora. And this John Timms connecting variant on cover H, all for Absolute Power number 1 of 4. In this Absolute Power tie-in, and a milestone issue featuring art by the legendary Dennis Cowan and series regular Jorge Jimenez. When a 2-bit crook uncovers Batman's true identity, he becomes the most dangerous man in Gotham City. Can Batman stop him before it's too late? Does he even want to? Plus, an Absolute Power backup story by Chip Zdarsky and Mike Hawthorne teaming Batman and Catwoman on the heist of their lives against Amanda Waller. This is Batman 150 with a host of variant covers. Get your subscription cover for A from Jorge Jimenez, your special order variant covers of B from a delightful cover from Dustin Nguyen, Mattia de Julius on C, a classic Jose Luis Garcia Lopez artist spotlight on D. And then we move right on over to this new series spinning out of Batman and Robin and Howard. This is a 3-issue miniseries called Summer Shakedown from Eisner-nominated creator Jeffrey Brown. Then over at Distillery, we get this 48-page first issue called Big Burn from Eisner-nominated creative team of Skyward. Joe Henderson and Lee Garbett on art. Get this wraparound cover from Lee Garbett. And a Tula Lotte cover on B. Jay Lee cover on C. And a blank sketch variant on D. Yeah, that's right. All right, folks. Here's a big one. Let me knock this out real quick. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles number 1. This is a new series premiere, a new jump on point. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles have all left New York to pursue their own interests, but there are forces gathering that will put them back together, whether the bad guys like it or not. First up, Raphael. But why is everyone's favorite brawler in prison? When a surprise attack behind bars puts Raph's position in jeopardy, he needs to figure out how to get out of jail and warn his brothers that trouble is coming. Superstar writer Jason Aaron teams up with Joel Jones for the first issue of a new TMNT series that will start a bold new era, celebrating the TMNT's 40th anniversary while setting them up for the next 40 years to come. You got this A cover from Raphael Albuquerque, a B cover from Joel Jones, who provides interiors, a Kevin Eastman cover on C, and a Jay Gonzo cover on D. Let's see, we got a Kari Randolph cover, a Aaron Campbell cover, and a Joel Jones cover on H. How many covers does this thing have? Oh my gosh, so many. It's beautiful to behold. I'm very excited. Jason Aaron writing the TMNT with his first issue featuring art by Joel Jones. Oh, and a 40th anniversary issue by David Talbot. All right. Over at Image, we get this one shot called All the Things We Didn't Do Last Night. Criminals to Lovers. Author Maria Lovett returns with this sexy one-shot compilation of her 3-part story previously published in the Image 30th Anniversary Anthology. Mammon is a young art historian who has become a jewel thief because of a trauma from her past. Damon is a hitman tired of of his bosses. Oblivious to their secret past, they meet cute and promise to go on a date. Words. But fate unites them before they planned, as both witness each other's crimes. This is All the Things We Didn't Do Last Night from Maria Lovett. Maria Lovett cover on A, B, and a Jesus or Alana cover on C. Also from Image Comics, we get this new series from writer Kurt Busiek and artist Stephen Mooney. Oh, it's giant size. At a bargain price. An all-new ongoing series from Kurt Busiek, Fabian Echenza, and Stephen Mooney, who introduce a team of young veterans survivors of a massive intergalactic war. Salvo, Pike, Katari, Shakti, Ridge, Maraud, Chalice. They've fought each and every day of their existence and won a terrible victory. Now they're stranded on Earth, free agents for the first time. But when relics from their past, from their long war, appear, threatening their chance at better lives, their greatest battle begins. They've fought for 1 million planets. Can they fight to save their own souls? This is Free Agents #1 with an A cover by interior artist Stephen Mooney and a B cover by Kevin McGuire. Oh my gosh. From Image Comics. This is Free Agents #1. From a newer publisher entitled IPI. Somehow they've gotten the license to The Human Fly, originally published by Marvel Comics. This true life stuntman and former Marvel Comics hero, The Human Fly, in all new stories from writer Christopher Sequeira and Tony Babinski, with artists Jen Sherpuenza and Peter Lawson, with this A cover by Wai Chu Chen and a B cover from interior artist Jay Sherpanhuisen. Say it fast. Soul Taker #1 from Mad Cave Studios, as this A cover from Michael St. Maria and a B cover from Megan Hetrick. Amarantha is the last of her race, an ancient species that has lived among us for millennia, feeding on the life energies of humanity, now enjoying a peaceful existence in a retirement community. She continues to consume just enough to survive. This is Soul Taker #1 from Megan Hetrick? No, from Thomas Snagowski, Janine Atchison, and Valerio Berzo. Also from Mad Cave, an expansion of their Gotcha Man license. This is the Galactor miniseries written by Steve Orlando and featuring art by Kath Lobo. We got this A cover by Kath Lobo and a B cover by Riley Rossmo. We're on the home stretch. Now we're into Marvel. This is the giant-sized Silver Surfer one-shot written by Matt Groom with interior art by Tommaso Bianchi, and this cover by Brian Hitch, which also features a reprint of the classic Silver Surfer #80, and this B cover by Dave Barden, and a C cover from Paul Renault. Hulk Blood Hunt gets a spin-off, I'm guessing one shot, from the Blood Hunt event, What Lies Beneath. Hulk and Banner's quest to save Charlie's soul leads them through the Old West town of Old Tucson, population of 1. But the last man in town has a heck of a story to tell. Before the night ends, Hulk and Banner will learn that there's a lot more than meets the eye in old Tucson. And that there's a lot more under the desert floor than either of them could have guessed. Don't miss this spine-chilling chapter of the Blood Hunt event from writer Philip Kennedy Johnson with art by Danny Earls and this Joshua Cassara cover. A B cover from Mahmoud Asrar, and a Saturday Morning Connecting variant by Sean Galloway. Here's the big one, folks. This is going to kind of cap off this weekly program. We are very excited to see this launch of X-Men from the Ashes, a new beginning from writer Jed MacKay and Michigander artist Ryan Stegman. From the Ashes, Krakoa is gone, Orcus has fallen, but the X-Men remain always. Cyclops lead because that is what he does. Beast builds because that's what he does. And from their new home in Alaska, the X-Men raise a flag of defiance. Mutant business is their business. Join Cyclops, Beast, Magneto, Psylocke, Kid Omega, Temper, Magic, and Juggernaut as new forces in the world move into position, battling for the destiny and philosophy of the mutant species. Featuring a multitude, glorious host of variants that we can review very quickly here, but we'll kick off with the Ryan Stegman subscription cover. Get a B cover from J. Scott Campbell. Remember to make sure you get your special orders in for these variants. A John Tyler Christopher Virgin negative space variant. We'll call it a negative space variant. A logo variant, a Peach Momoko variant, a wraparound Scott Koblish connecting variant, and a Scotty Young variant. Oh, I think we got one more. Here it is, the Tony Daniel variant, capping off X-Men #1 from the Ashes, a new beginning, available on July 10th from Marvel Comics, Jed MacKay and Ryan Stegman. One more thing to show you, folks. This is the Amazing Spider-Man 53 Ivan Bigarella Disney What If variant. This is the variant cover of Amazing Spider-Man number 53, but this Disney What If cover variant series is so compelling and the public has embraced it so much. We want to make sure to give it a final spotlight on this week's final order report. It's Amazing Spider-Man number 53, the Disney What If variant. And that, folks, wraps up our spotlight on first issues on this final order report. We've got just a few more things to show you. Upcoming events. That's right. We've got a lot of upcoming events, including our weekly program. The final order report, I'd like to thank you very much for joining in on this final order report. Check us out every weekend in advance of the last call deadline, currently set Sunday at 5 p.m. Make sure to get those orders into us at Green Brain Comics before Sunday at 5 p.m. Confirm that cart, folks. And join us back here on YouTube and Facebook for Brain Scan on Tuesday the 12th at 6:30 p.m. We will be previewing all of the new comics hitting the shelf that Wednesday, including this fantastic new Elseworlds miniseries I'm very excited about. It is Batman Gotham by Gaslight, the Kryptonian Age. We'll spotlight that on Brain Scan Tuesday at 6:30. Let's see. Well, First off, let's just say this weekend, yeah, there it is. This weekend, we will be at the Downriver Comic Con in the auditorium, the gymnasium of the Lincoln Park High School on Champaign, just a quarter mile, I guess it would be west of Dix Toledo Road. That happens this weekend, Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 5, 12 to 6 both days, something like that. Check it out. We'll be there representing Green Brain Comics. The following weekend, we will be at A2CAF, the Ann Arbor Comic Arts Festival on June 15th and 16th, featuring very special guests Vera Broskell, Nathan Hale, James Kochalka, and Jen Wang. We will have a host of other local and national comic creators that are focused on material for younger readers, teen readers, and young adults. This is free entry at the Ann Arbor District Library, 343 South 5th Avenue. For more information, check out aadl.org/A2CAF. And then let's see, Monday, June 17th is Brain Candy number 57, a free review of music, prose, poetry, and visual art. The current guest list is in flux, but suffice it to say that there will be a very exciting programming on Monday, June 17th. The following Friday, June 21st, we will be back at the Downey Brewing Company for our semi-monthly drink and draw. Friday, June 21st at 7 o'clock. We will be there through 9:30. Get a buck off your first beer, courtesy of Downey Brewing Company. And let's see, our friends over at Blick Art Materials will be there as well. Let's see, scroll back down. Let's see, final orders are, let's see, remember the deadline for final order report is Sunday, June 9th. Yep, June 9th at 5 p.m. Please remember to confirm the items in your cart. Thanks for joining me for the final order report. Stay up to date on all of our happenings. We are Green Brain Comics on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. All of the links to our shopping cart, website, and Comic Hub are below in the description. We are spreading the love of comic books and graphic novels from the heart of East Downtown Dearborn since 1985. Feed your brain at Green Brain Comics. Thanks for watching, folks. See ya at the Lincoln Park Comic Con this weekend. Emanating from deep under the earth, spreading across the globe at the speed of thought, changing the world one brain at a time. This is the Final Order Report from Green Brain Comics.